Beloved, every new day is a divine gift, a blank page waiting for heaven's ink. The way you begin your day determines the path it will take. If you start with your own strength, you will soon discover the limits of human effort. But if you start with God, your day aligns with His power, His wisdom, and His promises. The first voice you should seek in the morning is not the voice of worry, not the voice of your own plans, not even the voice of yesterday's failures, but the voice of God. When you kneel before Him at the beginning of the day, He will make giants kneel before you by the end of the day. You may face trials, difficulties, or unexpected challenges, but remember, when God leads, no enemy can stand. The Red Sea had to part, the walls of Jericho had to fall, and the lions in the den had to stay silent because God's presence goes before His people. So it will be with you today. Victory is not something you need to chase. When God is your starting point, victory will find you. The mountains that seemed immovable will bow. The battles that seemed impossible will shift in your favor. Your enemies will not see you. They will see the God who walks before you. So begin this day with prayer. Begin this day with surrender. Begin this day declaring, Lord, I cannot walk without you. I cannot win without you. I cannot rise without you. And as you place your steps in His hands, victory will bow at your feet because it cannot resist the one who leads you. Starting with God sets the direction of your day because the first moments of the morning carry the power to shape the atmosphere of everything that follows. When you rise and choose to acknowledge God before you acknowledge the noise of the world, you invite His presence to govern your thoughts, your words, and your steps. The heart that bows before Him in the morning finds strength to stand tall throughout the day. It is in those early moments of surrender that burdens are lifted, clarity is given, and divine wisdom is poured into your spirit. If you rush into your tasks without Him, you may find yourself chasing peace and searching for strength in the wrong places. But when you start with Him, you are anchored in His promises and positioned for His guidance. The storms of the day may rise, but they will not shake you because your foundation was set in His presence before the first challenge appeared. Every plan, every meeting, every decision finds its right order when it begins with God, for He is not just the Alpha of creation, but also the Alpha of your daily journey. When you walk with God, obstacles turn into stepping stones because His presence changes the way you see challenges and the way you respond to them. What others view as walls blocking their path, you begin to see as platforms for growth and testimony. Every difficulty carries within it a hidden opportunity for God to reveal His power and for your faith to be strengthened. The valley of shadows becomes the training ground for courage. The fiery furnace becomes the place where bonds are broken. And the stormy sea becomes the classroom where trust is perfected. With God beside you, the weight of opposition does not crush you, but pushes you closer to your destiny. The moments of delay become seasons of preparation. The trials become refining fires that shape your character, and the disappointments become redirections towards something greater than you imagined. Walking with Him ensures that nothing is wasted, for even the stones the enemy throws at you can be placed under your feet as steps toward higher ground. Victory is not chased, it comes and bows before a God-centered life because true triumph does not flow from striving in human effort but from abiding in divine alignment. When your heart is fixed on God and your priorities revolve around His will, you no longer spend your strength chasing outcomes or forcing doors to open, for His favor becomes the atmosphere in which you live. A life centered on Him attracts victories the way light draws the attention of the darkness because His presence makes a person unshakable and untouchable in the battles of life. Victory recognizes when someone walks under heaven's authority and submits itself before that authority, not because of the person's skill or power, but because God Himself has taken ownership of their journey. The blessings others run after begin to pursue you. The success that seems unreachable to the world finds its way into your path. And the victories that appear impossible suddenly unfold naturally, for they are drawn to the fragrance of a life rooted in worship and obedience.